That's actually quite calm compared to some of the smash and grab, brazen robberies that we've seen as shoplifters scour stores. This happened on Saturday. Pretty scary. I mean, they just literally took as much as I mean, look at them. They're taking whole displays of purses. 30 masked people storming a Nordstrom. This has happened several times in the LA area this year. This has happened several times over several years now. The mayor announcing a task force Thursday focused on finally stopping these kinds of crimes. We've been talking about how staff at some of the stores in your neighborhood, from Walgreens to Lululemon, are told don't go after shoplifters, don't engage, don't stop them, don't even video record them. In fact, if those employees do, they can be fired, which we've seen. In response, New York Assemblyman Mike Fitzpatrick has proposed a bill to protect these employees. And now he says he's actually walked in those employees' shoes, himself stopping a shoplifter in the act. The Assemblyman is here with us live. First of all, I'm glad you're safe. You know, I think about if my daddy or my grandpa was doing something like you did, I'd be like, what is wrong with you? Are you crazy? But just hours after passing that legislation or proposing that legislation, you actually get into it with somebody stealing. So talk about what happened.
Yes, as you said, I did get an earful from my wife when I got home. But I had read a story in one of the New York papers about the employee at Lowe's who stopped a shoplifting event and was fired because of it. And I wanted to do something about it. I think employees should not be fired for doing the right thing. And so I called one of our lawyers up in Albany to have a conversation about, composing a bill. And not 2 hours after that conversation, I walk into my local Target to pick up a couple of things because I was headed to Florida the next day for a conference. And about 5:30 p.m., I'm walking into the store. I happen to be walking in alone. And as soon as the doors opened automatically, I see a guy in a bucket hat, sunglasses with a fully loaded cart. I mean, overloaded with merchandise, boxes underneath. And as I walk in, he's starting to trot toward me, and I hear a voice scream, call security, call security. The guy runs by me. I just reflexively just turned around, chased after him, grabbed the handlebar, and I go, let it go. And he snaps back at me, mind your own business. And I took my other hand, stopped the thing, dead in its tracks. And I just, in a very strong voice, I said, let it go. And he ran off. And there are people watching in the parking lot. And I take the cart, bring it back in. And the security person, lovely young lady with a walkie-talkie, says to me, thank you very much. I appreciate what you did. You didn't have to do that. And she said, we are not allowed to chase after them. I said, I understand. And I said, it's just weird that this is happening because I said, I introduced myself, told her who I was. And I said, just a couple of hours ago, I had a conversation about with one of our lawyers I'm going to put a bill in to protect retail workers from retaliation or termination if they stop what just happened.
I think a lot of people in America are saying, finally, because why in the world are companies allowed to punish staff who are vigilant, who actually practice the golden rule and who want to defend the stores that they love working in? Around $86 billion, we found out, is stolen in merchandise for stores every single year. Why is the fact that people are doing this in such a brazen way and the financial loss not enough pain to cause cities to do more to stop this, to cause lawmakers like yourself to stand up? Is it because it's a PR crisis? Are corporations just afraid?
Well, the corporations are concerned about liability, but the problem is every dollar that walks out the door in theft is another reason to close that store, which means retail workers lose their jobs. Our business districts and downtowns are hurt more than they already are. And we have prosecutors who just don't think this is a serious enough crime. And of course, the bad guys know that they have $1,000, up to $1,000 and $950, and they don't get prosecuted. And they know employees are not allowed to do anything. So what if you have someone, look, a 5'2" employee isn't going to chase a 6'5" perpetrator. I get that. I'm 6'5", but
wow, no wonder the shoplifter stopped. I wouldn't mess with you either.
Yeah, thank you. But this was an average-sized guy. Average build. And I just, I am so angry about all of this every day. I'm tired of watching this and reading about this in the news. And I just said, this punk is not going to get away with this. I'm not letting him go.
That.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.